Tyler from 10 Thumbs, and we're back with this baritone series. Now at this point you have 2 chords, 7 strum patterns, you can tune your ukulele, you know where to put it to play comfortably, and you know how to strum. We're going to introduce 2 more chords and the most important chord progression ever. Okay, this is one that's extremely common and will open up the doors to many different types of songs. Now the reason that we're only doing 1 chord progression is because we are learning the D chord. Now the D chord can be the first roadblock for beginners. At this point you've been zipping along. This is going to be a little tricky because we need to use 3 fingers. The more fingers, the more difficulty. Now, I say that, but I'm excluding bar chords because bar chords can be tricky with just 1 finger. So in general, more fingers, more difficulty. This is your first 3 finger chord. Before we get there though, let's take a look at the C chord. To play the C chord from your E minor, you're going to add 1 extra finger. The index finger will come down to the 1st fret of the B string. If we remember to our tuning video, we get D, G, B, and E. You take your middle finger, 2nd fret of this D string, and then apply your index finger to the 1st fret here. Now, if you're laying your fingers flat, you're going to have a little trouble with this because we've only had 1 finger, so you haven't really had to think about how necessarily to approach. But you want them to be curved down. You don't want to apply pressure like this. You want your fingers coming down onto the fretboard. Now it's not completely vertical. It is at somewhat of an angle, so it's not like this, but it's not like this either. I'm applying pressure like this. So E minor, and get this finger down here. When learning this and learning multiple chords, to test if you get it, play each chord individually. Each string individually, excuse me. And that beautiful chord is a C. If we hear up to a C, we can get G, E minor, C. Lovely chord progression, yes? Now we need to learn this D. So, the D chord starts with your ring finger here. After playing for as long as I've been playing, I can put all 3 fingers down at the same time. But your strong finger here, your ring finger, is your point of reference. You want to get this on the 3rd fret of the B string. Now we're going to start learning this chord with just this finger. It's not the prettiest sound, but also, to be honest, it's really not the worst sound either. Let's put it ring finger, 3rd fret, 1, 2, 3 of the B, and strum classic down, up, down, up, up, down, up. And down, up, down, up, up, down, up. 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 4 and. We're now going to add our index finger to the 2nd fret of the G string. Open, 2, 3, open. Already sounding quite a bit better. Where is your middle finger? If it's floating in space, that's fine. If it's below these, that's fine. You're trying to be able to find them fluently. A good exercise is hovering them above the fret, playing nothing, and then putting them down. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers down. 1, 2, 3. Fingers up. 1, 2, 3, 4 fingers down. 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're feeling confident with that, this next one is your middle finger on the 2nd fret of the high E. That's an exercise we're going to talk about in a second. When learning this, sometimes getting into it can be tricky. And, well, let's go ahead and take our time, no strum pattern, and see if we can voice this. Open, 2, 3, 2. Each individual string. If a string is buzzing, then more than likely another finger is touching it and you're playing with your fingers too flat. Remember, arched fingers. Open, 2, 3, 4. And go ahead and pre-fret it. Don't worry about getting it in a strum pattern yet. Let's just voice it and let's do a strum pattern, but with no changes. So we're gonna go Old Faithful, down, down, up, up, down, up. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Let's try to change from the G to the D, but let's not use a strum pattern. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if that's tricky, cheat a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And get this G ready before that 1. We're going to add 1 extra down on the third beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Notice again how I changed before the 1. I'm giving myself extra time. You should master each of these exercises before moving on to the next one. This is the trickiest video that we've had so far. If you need to hit pause, that's fine. The learning process isn't instant. It takes time and diligence, but most of all, consistency. If you stay consistent, you will learn. We're going to try all downs now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice and slow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So now that we've seen it and how to fret it on its own, let's talk about how to change chords with it. We're going to do the G to the D from moving forward. But what I want you to notice is when I do this, my ring finger goes up 1 string, same fret, and if I know that, then my others can follow based on the muscle memory. So lead with your ring finger. Lead with your ring finger. If you're having trouble with any kind of chord change at any point in your playing, try to kind of find a lead finger that will help your muscle memory follow. If you're feeling good with this, we're going to apply this to a chord progression now. G, D, E minor, F. All downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor. And before we continue, sorry for just cutting off halfway through. Here my lead finger is my middle finger because that is the only finger I'm using. So think about your middle finger jumping up from here to here. Even if you have to practice just that change. So from the top again, sorry about that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. G, D, E minor, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Currently, that's probably the most important chord progression in the world, at least in pop music in the Western world. It's what's called a 1, 5, 6, 4. And we won't go too much into the idea of Roman numerals, chord progressions, keys. All that music theory comes later. You definitely do not need that music theory to get started. Sometimes people can hide behind it and say, oh, I need to understand the theory before I know how to play. The best way to learn how to play is to play. Music theory is important. Now, right now where you're learning, the most important thing is building muscle memory chord repertoire, chord progression repertoire, so you can go out and learn songs and have fun, okay? With that said, I would love to hear you play this chord progression with a different strum pattern. So once you get that down, let me know, and you can tag Flight Ukulele and tag 10 Thumbs, share it, and if you do that, I'll share it on my story as a little bit of motivation to keep you playing, okay? Now, if you send it to me 24-hour stories and I'm camping or something and I miss it, please know it's not intentional. Send me a message or something so that way I can make sure that the post gets shared. We really, 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 really want to see you stick with this, because once you learn to play the baritone, you have a friend for life.